Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the qualifying watch-along of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the new Jeddah Corniche circuit, as they call it. The very, very fast street circuit, the fastest street circuit in the world, average speeds of 155 miles an hour. Absolutely, you can see some of the on-track action already, and it looks stunning. It looks a work of art. A really, really exciting circuit. It will be a problem with traffic. We've already seen in FP3 Hamilton getting involved in a couple of incidents with traffic. And to be honest, I know he was slow moving, but you can't really blame him for that, because one of the corners, the team should be letting him know about that. They should have been letting him know before Makita came round the corner, before going through the corner, that he was just that Hamilton just gone by. So it gives Hamilton a chance to get out of the way. But like, it's going to be a problem, and there's been like strict instructions by the FIA to do separate, do a minimum speed that they're allowed to do, but it's on the wrong part of the circuit as well. It's on the part that's mostly straight, so that doesn't make sense. But there you go. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button for me, please. Right, really do hit that and like that. If you know anyone that's watching, please do and go and get them to watch right now, and because like we're getting ourselves ready for this qualifying. While no one's watching, I'm also going to get a timer for these sessions as well. Timer. I'll get a timer, but like it's going to be like champion, 7 times world champion, who wants to make it the contender. Look, as much as everyone knows I don't like Verstappen, right? They know for a fact that I don't like Verstappen. Right? Now, I will say this. I've always said though, from his first Grand Prix, that he would become a world champion. I have no doubts in the future he would become a world champion. Right? He's just not going to do it this season. It's the end of it. Right? So there we are. But you know, we'll wait and see. We've got this session to go. It's going down to the last race. I'll be surprised if, apparently, as it stands, if Max has got to score 18 more points to win the title, more points than Lewis to win the title. So to put that into context, Lewis Hamilton would have to finish being 12th if Verstappen finishes first. Being third would be 15 points. That'd be 10 points. Fourth would be 12 points. Fifth will be 14 points. Sixth will be 16 points. He'd have to finish 7th. That's right. So if Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix and Hamilton finishes 7th, it's done. Title's won. If Verstappen finishes 2nd and Hamilton finishes 10th, if Verstappen finishes 2nd with the fastest lap and Hamilton finishes 10th, then the title's done. If Verstappen finishes 2nd without the fastest lap, then Hamilton has to finish 11th to seal the title. So, to be honest, it's going to the last race. Like, I'll be gobsmacked if it happens. Like, especially with the liability of the cars, how fresh the new. Don't forget the freshness of the Hamilton's engine as well. So don't forget that. I'm going to show you the timing screens. Well, I'll show you the timing screens. I'm also going to quickly show you the Saudi circuit. Right. So here we are, the Jeddah Corniche circuit. 50 laps it's going to be for this Grand Prix. It looks very long, but it's very, very fast. I think the slowest point in the circuit is turn 1 and turn 2. And even then, they're not that slow. Like I said, average speeds of 155 miles an hour. This section here is an absolute brilliant section here. But if I just zoom in here, look, turns 21, the second DRS detection zone. For DRS, there's 3 DRS zones. And you can see here, 21 and 22, 23, 24, all 25. All literally about, like, it's literally about just downshifting a gear. Going through that, it's really, really, really fast. Even here, 15, 16, and 17, very fast through there as well. You will see these cars at the limit of their aerodynamic efficiency. You need a good, stable car for that section. And there's nothing better than watching cars going through those corners at full speed. There's no better sight. It is a joy to watch. That's why when I went to the British Grand Prix, I had the choice between either sitting in the grandstand of the pit lane, in front of the pit lane, or sit at the Maggotts and Beckett section with the fun experiences that they offered. I decided to go to sit at Maggotts and Beckett's because of that section. It was an amazing section to go through, and it's amazing to watch those cars go through that section. You can see the cars are live at that point. But we're going to go back to our live timing screens. Obviously, I'll bring the timing screens towards the end of the session, really. So there you go. I'm just going to quickly... Right, so stop that. Bring up the timer. Oh, you can do that now. There we go. So there we are. 18-minute session coming up for qualifying 1. It's it's Qatar, isn't it? There you go. That's better. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. By the way, I want to bring something up as well. Now, if some people have been watching the news, if they've also been watching this morning as well, right? This morning, I'm not happy with that track. I don't watch it anyway, but I caught it when I was talking to my mum, right? And I'm fucking fuming with them, right? Because there's apparently been a deal with the Mercedes team with a company that was responsible for the cladding on Grenfell Tower. Now, obviously, they get sponsorship from various teams, and drivers have their own sponsorship as well, right? Hamilton was not involved. Now, before anyone jumps the gun on this and wants to have a go at Hamilton for this, Hamilton is not responsible for anything to do with sponsorship for a team. He is not responsible for that. He's responsible for his own sponsorships. He's not sponsored by that company, nor he's probably also made it very clear to Toto that you should not be doing that, right? But in the end, if Mercedes wants to put partnership with that car, right, there's nothing he can do apart from race it. He can't stop racing it now because obviously he's a championship on the line, right? So I'm not having people have a go at Hamilton for that, right? When it's the team's responsibility, not his. He has no part in that, right? 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, we're off. So I just want to make that very clear, right? That's the Mercedes you got to have a go at, and I'm not happy with Mercedes. They've done that. Don't get me wrong. I am not supporting Mercedes on that one. Trust me. But I'm not. If you ask me as a fan, who are you a fan of? I'm a fan of Lewis Hamilton. I'm not a fan of Mercedes. If Hamilton went to Red Bull, I'd support Red Bull. Right? I support whatever car Hamilton's in. Simple. And in F1, you can have that sort of thing. You can have that attachment to a driver. You can have that attachment to a team. It's two different ways you can support the sport. Right, to be honest. Oh, hello. Hey. Now, they've been having problems, all going out on the soft tyre, but they're having problems with the warm-up of these tyres this weekend. And, like, they found that even the medium tyre and the hard tyre have been good going around on them. They've found it really good being able to go on the medium and harder tyre around these fast corners. The car doesn't seem to want to slide the soft tyre as much. It wants to more roll the soft tyres. So you're not getting the lap time that you want. So, but most of all, I think Mercedes have been struggling more than Red Bull on that matter. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, Mercedes have a set of medium tyres to start the race if they wanted to use them. If they wanted to use that in qualifying, they usually use that in quali 2. They might want to use that in quali 3. You never know, and start on a softer tyre. But I think most of all they want to try and stay away from that soft tyre throughout the race. So they'll probably use it in Q2. I doubt they'd use the soft tyre in Q3. Right, but then it being a street circuit, and the way it looks like on this circuit is F1. You want to be up front. But these corners, I mean, I'll just look at this circuit. This circuit looks beautiful. Honestly. Like, I love it when you get to a new night race circuit. It's like watching 2008 Singapore all over again. At least we know it ain't going to be fixed on like that Grand Prix. Right? Renault. Now it's Alpine, as we call them. So make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the share button as well. Do you know what? Let's stick the link in the chat. If people want to come on, you can come on. Big up the Blues podcast for leaving a message there. Thank you, mate. Big up, Stephen. I'll try and join you later if I finish work early. Big up. I'll put the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on, please do so. Right. So, yeah, here we go. So, Verstappen starts his first lap going into turn 1. You might see top of the drivers going for 1 or 2 laps here. So, comes out of turn 1 and turn 2 into turn 3 and 4. Like this section, and it's fast all the way through here. Look at this 5, 6, 7, and then look at that. He's fighting the car already with that soft tire, not really in range. And then look at this. Look at this first section. Oh, look, banked turn 4. This circuit is mad. You've got to have some balls to drive this circuit. Look at this. This is mad. In 6th gear, most of these corners are in 6th gear. He's flat out. Mate. You either have to have some balls or you have to be completely stupid to drive. Look at that. Jesus Christ. That's why when Leclerc went off, he had a proper shunt. Like, typical Red Bull looks like it's like the front wings coming off. Like the amount of sparks being generated. Like this car, this track is mad. Here we go. What's the sector time going to be? A 1:28.6. Now let's see what the Mercedes will do. So 1:28.6 for Verstappen. He immediately slows down to get out of the way. See that he got on there, just got right onto the curb a little bit, like ran over the curb a little bit. Not going to help. Turn 1 for Lewis. Lewis! Not properly ready with the turn, so he's got to abandon that lap. He'll go again. Right. Right, so he's just bringing these tyres in. These tyres, they've been having a problem with the way they're preparing these tyres all weekend. And he's going to try and back off. Back off and back off and back off. And now, go. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. You've got the faster car, faster engine. Let's go. This is all yours, man. Come on, let's do this, mate. Let's do this, mate. If there's anyone that could pull a lap time out the bag, it's you, mate. Right? There's been no other driver since Ayrton Senna that could pull a lap time out the bag. Right? And I'll argue that till kingdom come. Right? I don't care what anyone says. Right? The amount of times I've seen Hamilton pull laps out the bag in cars that he's not supposed to do is unreal. 2018 Singapore, perfect example. Like 1/10 faster than Verstappen in the first sector. Now the second sector is where they've been much stronger than Mercedes. It sounds. By the way, Christian Horner, how's your rear wing appeal? Oh yeah, it didn't really last, did it? Do you know why we're going 6 kph faster, mate? It's because Hamilton's got a fresher engine, mate. Right, so you can stick your freaking protest up your ass. Right, coming towards turn. He's another 10th up. Go on, Lewis. Come on. Come on, Lewis. Flat out, all the way down to the last corner. You must be running out of charge by that point. So looks probably both. Who's gone faster than him in the first sector? Right, Red Bull, get out of the way, man. Hamilton, 1:28.4. Another 2/10 on him. Bada bing, bada boom. Tsunoda's gone fastest in the first sector. Tsunoda. Yes, Spinoda was fast in the first sector for about 10 seconds. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. Do you know what? Actually, I can get rid of this timer. Actually, if I just make a point, I think I can get the timer on the actual timing screens. I can as well. Look, right there, look. There we go. Can you all see that, the timer? There we go. There you go, timer. There you go. Right. I'll show you the timing screens towards the end because that's when we most want to see those times. So don't forget also a new circuit as well. The more rubber they're going to lay down, the faster it's going to be. Norris has gone second with that effort. Brilliant lap by Norris. 1:28.5. This might also be a circuit that they struggle on with Ferrari as well. I do feel Ferrari, though, have got it wrapped up now. There's 2 races to go. Let me have a look at the points difference. Check the standings. Ferrari and McLaren, they are 39.5 in front. They are not, and it's 43, and they can you can only get a maximum of 44 points. Right, 43 without the fastest lap, 44 with. So there's no way they're getting the title now. McLaren aren't getting it. I feel like an Arsenal fan today. Timmy Golding, how are you, mate? You're a Chelsea fan, aren't you? What happened in that game in the end? I ain't actually seen the scores today. I ain't actually seen the scores today. That's how bad of me I am. That's how disinterested sometimes I'm with football. Because I know my club's going nowhere. So why should I pay attention to it? I'll pay more attention to the F1. People can call me plastic all they want. That's how I feel with my club. My club's dead to me in a minute. It's not the club I know. There's a lot of games on tomorrow, I must admit. Right. 4:30 Aston Villa Leicester. Who wants to watch Aston Villa Leicester at 4:30 when you've got the F1 on? Come on. Let's have it. Right. Oh, Chelsea lost 3-2. Damn. You see? Look. Excuse me. And you're telling me I should be patient, waiting for freaking Arteta to do the business. Moyes has not got the squad Arteta's got, and he's managing to beat Chelsea, for God's sake. Right? Even before we got Tomiyasu, right, and all the players we got on deadline day, after playing Chelsea, he still had a crapper squad, right, than we did. We hardly take any of those players, apart from maybe Declan Rice, right, and maybe Fornals. But apart from that, we wouldn't take any of them, right? And yet he goes beats Chelsea, and you're telling me I should stick with Arteta? Come on. Anyway, that's me moaning. That's my moan for today on the football. But anyway, back to the F1. Verstappen's gone fastest again with a 1:22.28.2. So it's the second to last lap that comes on.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wicked. Yes.
Cool. Just got to turn my light on.
Cool. Here comes Perez now.
Yeah.
He is 1:28.4. It's a tenth off.
Unfortunately,
it's exactly the same time as Ham.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't watch it because my grandma's here and she's on the TV.
That's all right. I'll give you the commentary. So,
what's happening with Lewis? I heard he could get a penalty.
No, he's not getting a penalty.
That's good.
He's not. It's because what happened was he basically held he was driving slowly around turn 5 and 6, I believe, and not the team hadn't told him about until literally Nikita Mazepin came around the corner that Nikita Mazepin was behind him. He got to get out of the way. So yeah, so it's more the team's fault rather than the drivers.
Yeah, how are you, Stephen?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sorry I didn't do the player ratings yesterday. It's just I just fell asleep and didn't wake back up again. But there you go. I'm all right. I'll be a lot better once Hamilton wins his race.
Yeah, is he on pole right now?
He's 4th right now. So they're taking 1 or 2 or 3 laps to warm these tyres up.
Yeah.
I mean, Verstappen went fastest on the soft tyre when it's about the 8th lap old in practice. So they've been really having problems because the problem is with these fast corners, the tyres, the softer the tyre is, it's rolling rather than sliding.
Yeah. Who's been having problems, sorry?
All the drivers.
Because
the fast corners, it means it's rolling more rather than sliding, and there's not obviously being also a new circuit, it's not being so much grip.
Are you a fan of the Saudi Arabia track?
Oh mate, I like the look of it. It's like you've got to have balls to drive this circuit. You know, if you go off, you're gonna have a big accident.
Yeah, it's hard in F1, like the game as well.
Yeah, but like I've heard I've heard people on Twitter, right, that have been moaning and saying, "Oh, the barriers are too close. Oh, it's too fast." And I'm like, "Well, don't fucking watch it then. It's Formula 1. You will be moaning if it's too slow,
yeah,
and it's too easy. Everyone moans that there's so many runoff areas and it's too slow, right?
It's freezing, man.
Right, and then they all moan when it's too fast and the barriers are too close. So you can't have it. You can't have it either way. Come on. Yeah. I prefer it this way. Like if you get you get punished, you get punished severely.
Yeah. Oh, right. Can I show you what arrived in the mail yesterday?
Go on.
Okay.
Raikkonen's gone 11th. We've got 2.5 minutes left in the session.
D.
Russell's on the bubble. Lovely. Nice.
Yeah. Arrived yesterday.
My mum got the his 2019 British Grand Prix one because we went there. And it was pink. So I said, you can get it. Oh.
My dad was close to getting me like a Red Bull one because he thought that's the one I wanted.
Hang on. Yeah, you can get stuff.
Yes.
Oh, I got you something better. Oh, we've got 2 minutes to go left in the session. Right, my mum put this in a frame for us. One of them, the actual signature's rubbing out, but it was both of them. One of them was relatives from another family wrote off to Mercedes, and the other one was back in 2011. The doctor knew I was a Hamilton fan, so they wrote off to McLaren. I got that when I was in hospital during a 9-month stay in hospital. I got
that. Damn, 9 months.
Yeah, not bad. So, plus, I met his head mechanic at the British Grand Prix as well. So, stood next to his 2019 Mercedes. Right. I said, can I do something else? He said, what? Can I jump in and drive it? I'll probably spin it back in one piece. All right. Imagine they had to let me do it, and I'd set a faster lap time in Hamilton. I said, should get me employed then, shouldn't you? To be honest, though, but looking at this circuit, I probably wouldn't have the balls.
No, I wouldn't.
This circuit, you guys have you either got to be nuts or you got to have some serious balls behind you. Like people moan about this, like how fast this circuit is and how close the barriers are.
I have a cousin who.
Sorry. But then F1 used to go around the frigging Nürburgring. Oh, look at this for traffic. And then F1 used to go around the Nürburgring.
Yeah, imagine if they didn't have the halo on this track as well.
Yeah, I think the drivers will be safe enough without the halo anyway. But like, obviously, it does help with smaller pieces coming flying off and everything. But like, usually the drivers were well protected before the halo in terms of side impacts or frontal impacts. So it's more like in case of what you saw in Monza when Verstappen like decided I'm going to be a prick, and try and took Lewis out going over the top of it.
And then people are saying Lewis should have given space.
Oh, I don't listen to them. The session's coming to an end anyway. So Russell's gone 13th. I'm going to bring up the timing screens. Make sure to smash the like.
My cousin, he didn't get signed by an F1 driver, but I think like 2 years ago he got something signed by Valentino Rossi, who's a MotoGP driver.
Well, Hamilton and Rossi did a swap where he drove his 2017 Mercedes and he drove his motorbike.
Yeah, so Hamilton's 9th.
So Hamilton's 9th, but obviously this is first qualifying, so not to worry. So the team's on the bubble right now. Latifi is out. What's Ocon got? What's he going to do? He's going to go 10th. 11th for that, sorry. Giovinazzi goes 13th. So Alonso's still on the bubble. Vettel, what's he going to do? Got to get out of that bottom 4. 5. Goes to only goes 17th. Oh, what Stroll there could be both Aston Martins could be out here, right? Mick Schumacher goes 19th, and Stroll's in the pits. Both Aston Martins are out. Both Aston Martins are out of Q1. Wow. Damn. Like Nikita Mazepin, look at that. Look, the bottom 2, like I can keep the same when I'm typing this in. So 18th.
You can keep the same for almost every race.
Yeah, well, the bottom one I can always keep the same because it's always going to be Nikita Mazepin. By the way, like people, like I was having this argument with people the other day about like Aston Martin cognizant F17. 17th is Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel will finish in 17th. Not a good qualifying session, and I'm sure Connor, who absolutely hates the principle of Aston Martin, is going to be jumping for joy over this.
Oh, who is it? Lance Stroll's dad or something? Wait, no, he's the owner.
No, it's the team. Yeah, Otmar Safner.
Why did they hit Otmar?
He's a contradicting prick. Hypocrite. Yeah. I said they're all hypocrites, mate. Because they all think they're innocent and they're not. Right, who finished 16th in the end? Nicholas Latifi.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard Dan Ticktum's gone to Formula E now?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, he's gone to Formula E.
Yeah. So maybe it'll work out, man. I mean, that's like it's not a bad sport to be in, actually. I watch some of it sometimes, and it's all right. Actually, it's not bad. Obviously, I'm never gonna replace. It's never gonna replace F1 for me, but it's nice how they do it. But now that the fact that we know that F1 are trying to create a biofuel, we know that they're not going to head down in that direction. I think that's the main thing. I don't think us as fans will put up with having no sound whatsoever.
Yeah. Why do I keep thinking it's bloody 8 o'clock? It's only 5:23.
It's because it's getting dark quickly, mate.
Winter, innit?
Yep. So that's the Q1 result. 20th, Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, Sebastian Vettel, and Nicholas Latifi. But make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you are new. Please do share the stream as well. And I will be launching my new F1 channel soon. It will be soon. I need to speak to Talk.
I'm thinking of doing that, but then again, I'm too lazy.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, to be honest. You got to put a lot of hours in it, to be honest. You see a lot of my time's taken up doing this one, so when you commit and when you start a channel, you got to commit to it. You can't just start it and like dump it halfway
Hopefully
through.
that Max guy doesn't come again.
That Max guy won't go anywhere if we lose. He only comes. They're like all trolls. They only come when they win. He's a troll, mate. He's a troll. Yeah. Like that guy clearly is trolling for no reason. Because if he really was, like, look at that. That's the problem. I swear they were told you can't do that. Like going into that last corner, but there you go.
What's happened?
Slowing down, like on to like really slow speeds before the start. So yeah, but like I mean, it's like with any troll, right? It's like when you get that Mackenzie guy. I ain't seen him when we lost against Man United. We lost against Man United. Where was he? Nowhere.
Who,
Absolutely
sorry?
nowhere. There was a McKenzie guy who's he's got McKenzie hashtag Arteta's Arsenal. I even called him out in the middle of the stream. Said, "Where the fuck are you,
Let me
mate?
guess,
Come
he's
on."
Arteta then.
Well, yeah, because he's all about Arteta, and he's like saying Arteta's our saviour, and this, that, and all the other. And I'm sitting there like, "Are you mad?" Like, they also said about that to one dictator. They also said that about one person. Do you know what? A country said that about one person 70 years ago. He ended up in a war, right?
Oh.
Well, that you know what I mean. It's just there's some people are just stupid.
I was thinking, and then I was like, oh.
That's that saying what it is.
Yeah. I think this stream would get
But like, it's just like you never gave that amount of love to Wenger, and he actually won trophies. So like, why does he get this much love? Why? He ain't done anything. This is the point. Why should I
yeah.
back a man? Why should I back a man that much who hasn't done anything for our club?
Aubameyang was so bad against us.
That's the point. And you're sitting here and he plays him every week, and you're telling me I should back that. An actual manager would tell him you either start playing well or piss off.
Yeah, like I don't know what's happened to Aubameyang, but you know,
it's simple. He's not interested. And I wouldn't be surprised because he's got a money. If you gave him to Pep or Klopp, he would flourish because the amount of chances they create. You got to create any
Aubameyang.
chances. Yeah. He needs chances. We don't create chances, and if you don't create chances, you don't score goals.
To be fair, I thought Arsenal played all right against us.
Yeah, we were all right for the first half, and then he went and threw it away. The manager
But there
threw
was
it
one
away.
thing I don't get. Why would he bring Saka on when he's injured?
Mate, because he wants to kill the bastard. He wants to kill him.
Why
That
the
was
guys?
that was that. Don't even get me started because we're talking about F1, and I
Yeah.
don't want to get started on it.
I'm out 7. I'm doing a United Palace preview, so
Yeah, I'm not getting started on it. So we got Everton preview tomorrow at 3:30 for that. So yeah, so make sure you tune into that. Got that last
actually,
minute.
something funny. Some guy on TikTok said, "If Arsenal lose to Man U, I will shave my head." The guy's not posted since.
Oh mate. Anyway, Verstappen going on the medium tire. There should be a. You watch this. They'll set faster lap times on the medium tire here. It would prove my point about these tires. Like 27 corners as well. You know, it's quite a lot of corners.
Yeah.
You get the average is usually around about 16 to 18. So he's a 127.9. I told you, 127.9. Right, they were doing a 128 dead, 127.9 on the medium. Proves my point about what I just said about these tires. It seems to be that the harder the tire is, the better it performs.
Yeah.
Right now, I would probably think they'll probably try one time on the in this final qualifying. Do you know what? I would try one time on the softs. If I couldn't get any lap time, I wouldn't be surprised if they said at the
You get,
end just to stick the medium back on and go for another
yeah.
lap.
I mean, I just hope Lewis wins. Obviously, because Lewis is my favourite driver, but I just don't want Christian Horner. That man I cannot stand.
A lot of people can't stand him. And do you know what? Like, if I, do you know what? To be fair, like Lewis has done a very good job this season of keeping his cool after some of the things he's come out with. Remember in Monaco, like Hamilton was going on about their rear wing, right? And he said, like, he was like, "Oh yeah, fancy hearing it from a driver when he's not an engineer." I went, "Mate, the reason that Mercedes have dominated for the last 7 years is because the amount of input Hamilton's put into the car. Right? How do you think he managed to win in Singapore 2018 when all the seasons before they could barely get in, couldn't get that car around the track? Right? Right? You all, yeah, Christian Horner, you sit there and go about Schumacher of how much work he put in with the engineers to get the car performing, and you say that about your own drivers as well, and Vettel. So what? You don't think Hamilton's done the same with Mercedes? Right? So I think he's got every right to say it, mate, because he knows what he wants from his car, and he knows what performs.
Yeah.
And also, right, that's what separates the great drivers from the good drivers. The great elite drivers can know.
Do you want something from the teacup shop?
Portion chips.
Chips.
Yeah, it's really chips. What? Yeah. I'll give it to you later. I'll give it to you later.
Yeah, you can transfer it.
Right. So
No problem.
sorry about that. But yeah. Sorry, but just two sets.
It's okay.
Cheers. Sorry about that. Anyway, Perez has gone second with a 28-1. That's imperative. They need, for Red Bull, they need both drivers up there, same as Mercedes. Right?
They need like a 1-2 both teams.
I've got a feeling Max will get pole here. I actually got a feeling. Oh, Max has just won very wide. Going into turn 7. I might have got that just wrong because I don't really know that circuit that well yet. I need probably a few runs around the Jeddah Street circuit first on the game. To learn the circuit. You got to have a lot of... Whoa.
Why? What's happened?
Science was really close to sticking that in the wall. He came around the same section Verstappen came around, we just went off. Overcommitted, brushes the barrier of the rear wing, but no damage. And just about stops the car going into the wall. But now his medium tyres are 50 pieces. They are going to be useless in the race. There is no way those tyres have still got life in them. Because he has literally screwed the shit out of them trying to keep the car out of the wall. And
this is a very...
You've got to have commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment and good balance in the car. And the problem is Leclerc and the Sainz, they'll be trying to get more straight line speed because you want straight line speed from the Ferrari. But again, that's going to cost you in aerodynamics and aerodynamic stability.
Yeah.
And I think they're on the limit here, both because that's both Ferraris now have a massive. So he's come around that section again where Hamilton had that pump, turn 5 and 6 and 7, and it's turn 8, and it's turn 8. He just catches the curb a little bit on the inside, and it's unstabilized the car, which then sprang the rear, which obviously stepped out the rear. Damn.
God damn. Bloody hell, I need a haircut.
Same.
Yeah, maybe I should keep the hat on.
I don't really care. I'm not really fussed by that point. I know I'm an ugly fucker. I don't really give a crap. Like, you can take the piss out of my take the piss out of my appearance all day long. I don't care.
No, I'm not. I'm not really like that, to be fair.
Hamilton has gone second with that lap. I'd save the tyres now. There's no point going faster. What's the point? Hamilton's through with that lap, so there's no point. I'd stick with it.
What, sorry?
He's on a 28 dead. By the look at the lap time. So that tells me, what's the point? You might as well just stay on that time now and go, not do another lap, with 5 minutes to go, because no one in the bottom 5 is going to beat that lap time. No one.
Yeah, fair.
I'll be gobsmacked if they did. Even the bottom 5 have been trying to. This is the point. This is the thing I've made about the medium tyre. Apart from Russell, all the bottom 5 have used medium tyre, right? And that just proves my point about this soft tyre. Really
if Lewis does win the ace, what do you think Horner's reaction would be?
Oh, he'd have daggers out, mate. He'd probably do an investigation first and get Albon to do 2 weeks in the simulator to come up with anything that happened during the season to say that's not fair. You know what I mean? He'll go throughout the season. He'll go through the season DVD or something, which comes out in January or February. Look through the season DVD and then find an incident that happened and goes, "That's not fair. You should have given him a penalty." You know what I mean? Because he's just a bitter. Every time he loses, a bitter, twisted twat. He can't just accept someone was better on the day, right? And people say, "Oh, he has said it before." Yeah, not without biting his bloody tongue and he's gritting his teeth. Like, if Red Bull had been faster, like the Austrian Grand Prix, I have come out and said, yeah, Verstappen deserved to win the Austrian and Styrian Grand Prix because he was far faster than everyone else. He was on another level, right? But if Hamilton wins, he's like, yeah, no, it was good. It was good. Really good. I want to shoot myself. I'm doing it.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Where did you get that shirt from?
This shirt?
Yeah.
Off the website, off the Mercedes website. Spend everything over 50 quid, you get free delivery. This is where I got the hat. I've got the hat. Over the last 2-3 seasons. So I've got the 2019 shirt, and I can always get this shirt. I've got the 2019 jacket, soft shell jacket. Just like a soft shell like rain jacket. Not the proper rain jacket, just the really soft shell one. I've got the hoodie, which was this season. Last season was also the sweatshirt, plus a shirt. Jumper this season. Literally any form of clothing wear, I've pretty got the lot. Right? So people saying I'm still wearing the same shit. No, I'm not. I'm wearing the jumper. No, I'm actually wearing the sweatshirt next day. Right.
Are we in Q2?
We're in Q2. A turn 3 incident involving Gasly and Carlos Sainz will be investigated after the race. Okay, what's happened there? I picked that up. So Sainz has gone back out on the medium tyre. He must have. I'll be surprised those tyres actually work. I will be surprised. Like, because he had to lock up big time. Like, but he's currently right. He hasn't really set a proper lap time. That's why he's at the bottom of the timesheets. Neither is Alonso, because they're like plus 16 to the leader. So technically, they wouldn't be allowed to qualify. But they've already set. If it was 107% rule, they wouldn't be allowed in the race. But because they've set a previous timing of quality one that was fast enough, they'll use that lap time instead to let them race. Basically, if you haven't set a fast enough lap time during one of the practice sessions, or basically consistently been that slow, about being 7 seconds slow, which was, I think it's happened on two occasions since they reintroduced it, and they had to reintroduce it after 2010 because HRT, there was Marussia, Caterham, and HRT, or Lotus as it was back then. And what was funny is that Caterham and Marussia were always fast enough, but it was always HRT that was the worst. Honestly, it was the worst. Oh, Bargav, mate. Hope you're well, mate. Go, Lewis and Charles. I'll put the link in the chat, mate. You're more than welcome to join. Carlos Sainz nearly stuck it in a wall, Bargav, mate. Stuck his Ferrari in a wall. Nearly. My yellow,
what?
sector 2, track is clear.
Oh, what's he called? The for that Tycho?
Tycho.
Oh my days,
Shit,
I've butchered his name.
Tycho. That's what I did the first time I saw him.
Tycho. He's not going to be too happy, I don't think. Kim Golding, I feel like an asshole for
He's alright. So there we are. The time looks like everyone's done. But is Science still on the flying lap? Looks like it. Kimi Räikkönen is out. Ricardo is out. If we look at the timesheets again. So Giovinazzi out. And yeah, Carlos Sainz actually have butchered those tyres because 15 seconds plus 25 seconds to the leader.
Wait, Gio's in wait, no, is Gio out?
Giovinazzi's through.
Oh. Go on, Italian Jesus.
I like that.
But I think he should have been kept by Alfa Romeo personally.
Yeah, you could say. But look, people, do you know what? People with Joe, right? I get a lot of people are moaning because of cash is king and this, that, and all the other. One, you can't blame the teams because they have to, because that's the only way they can survive, right? So that's why they're bringing these new rules in to try and make it self-sustainable. Because because the thing is that if they make it self-sustainable like that, and if they make it like that, then it makes it more sustainable for the team, so they can pick a driver who's actually just got the natural talent rather than just the money, right? So you can't really blame the teams in a sense because they have to do it at this point. But there's also a time where I'm not going to blame I'm not going to blame. I've always been, no matter what, if there's a faster driver that should be in, like Piastri, for example, I'm not going to sit here and just completely ridicule it. I'm always going to give, Joe a chance. And the funny thing is that Reverend John was moaning about it, and he replied saying, with all about it. And I said, I agree with you on it. But then again, right, if you look at 2011, right, Perez only just won the F3 and had never won GP2 at all, right? So, but he was picked to drive the car in 2011, the Sauber. So why was he allowed? Because he got a sponsorship deal with Telmax at the time. Because he managed to get a sponsorship deal just before he got signed, right? And he meant to have the money on him. So you sit there and moan about it, but then again, right, as a Red Bull fan, you're supporting a guy who was brought into the sport because of a sponsorship deal.
Right? I thought you were
because
of money. I thought you were talking about me then. I was like, wait,
no. But then, so all Red Bull fans that moan about it, well, you're supporting a driver that's doing it, and actually, what's he done? He's managed to get to the top of Formula One with Red Bull, right? And he's actually managed to win a Grand Prix, unlike some drivers who got there for money, like Mazepin, for example. Right? Apart from Mazepin, the reason I don't give Mazepin a chance is because of what he did just before the end of the last season, right? In terms of that woman, right? That's the reason I won't give him a chance, not because of money, right? But now I've seen him race, now because of the money and that, I wouldn't pick him. But there are some cases, and there'll always be maybe one or two cases where he's got in for the money, but then he's managed to prove himself. Don't think that Max Verstappen didn't have a ton of cash behind him with his dad after his dad raced in Formula One, right? But then he had the natural talent. But then Perez didn't have the natural talent and didn't win GP2, but still managed to get in and win it. But still managed to get in and but still managed to get in the sport, and has now won a race, won 2 races, and he's
Yeah, I mean, one of my friends has just gotten into F1 and he asked for a team to support. And I said, you know, you should support Haas, they're really good. And he believed me.
oh Jesus, you're cruel.
I actually do feel a bit bad now.
Yeah, you're not right. You are. You're
He's
wrong.
an Arsenal fan and a Haas fan.
I'll give him a break.
I shouldn't have said that.
So there we go. Q2, 15th Science, 15th Science. Then you've got 14th Russell, 13th Alonso, 12th Kimi Raikkonen, and 11th Daniel Ricciardo. Don't get me to do qualifying 3. I'm just going to show it on the time screens now, right? Because you've got 10 drivers to fill out.
Yeah.
And then I've got to spend the rest of the time doing the ticker for tomorrow.
Jake,
I'll
I'm sorry.
I'll do that about an hour before.
Jake, I'm sorry. I said Haas was a good team.
Yeah, you should get him to watch it. You should get him to watch our channel, mate. You'll know a lot more about F1, mate.
Yeah, I've given him some channels he could watch.
Because, like, you can come to me about anything about F1 and I'll be able to answer it in some way. And anything I don't know, I'll go and research. I'm just that's the thing. Unlike football, where, like, if you tell me someone from the Bundesliga, like, I'll just go, I ain't seen him, so I don't know about it. Like, if you give me a target, Arsenal targeting, and people say he's not a good target, and I'm like, well, I don't know. So, like, I'll have to either believe your word for it or just give him a chance. So I don't know, right? But F1, I'll even know who's coming through the system. You got Piastri at the minute. You got Dan Schumacher. You got Dan Schumacher and Arthur Leclerc in F3
Can I
at
ask
the minute.
your opinions on one F2 driver?
Go on.
He's French. Theo something.
What?
He's called Theo something apparently.
F2.
Theo Porsche.
Schwartzman, Joe ticked. To be honest, like, Joe in F3 is only 27 points away from Piastri with 2 races to go. Like, so he has done some sort of challenge. I know Piastri's going to win it, but there you go. I think there should be a clause where if you win F2, you can either get a seat at F1 or a seat in F3. Guaranteed. Like Nick de Vries. People saying Nick de Vries got fubbed off to F3 because he couldn't get Formula E. Formula E is a big sport. It's a big sport. Right? It's just that it's only just been created now because we only have the technology now. But it's going to be one of the major formulas. So it's not like it's a lesser formula than F1. Obviously, F1 is just because of the history, the prestige. It's always going to be the number one. But F3 is going to be F Formula E is going to be right behind it.
Yeah.
And let me have a look at the teams and the drivers. So Schultzman, Chastry, Prima, Virtuosi, Joe Drogovic, Dervila, Tickdom, Lawson, Vips, Pourchaire, Lundegaard.
Yeah, that's him.
Pourchaire.
Yeah.
Pourchaire. Yeah, Pourchaire. He's not bad. 5th at the minute. I think he's won one race this season, I believe. Let me have a look at the kind of results. Yeah, Prix was the won in Monza, sprint race 1. He also won the full race in like the actual featured race in Monte Carlo. So yeah, he's not a bad little driver. He is. Obviously, Piastri and Lawson, I think, are the stars right now. Lawson and Piastri.
Oh yeah, Liam Lawson.
I think he's with. Is he with Alpine? Oh, is he with Alpine's academy as well? So
yeah, he's going to be their reserve driver, isn't he?
Shorts. Yeah, he'll probably replace Fernando when he leaves, because I don't think Fernando is going to be much longer. I'll be surprised if he is.
Hopefully, Mazepin isn't going to be much longer.
Hopefully not. But here we go. Bottas goes through. 128.1 for Bottas. Right, where's the others now? We'll have to wait and see what the others are going to produce now. But that's a good benchmark. But what's Hamilton doing? He's gone for another pace lap. So here we go. Full lap, here we come. Here we go. Turn 1 and turn 2. Go on, Lewis. Hit the power.
Come on.
Right. Coming into turn 3. Then turn 4.
You're a good commentator, Steve.
Turn 5 and then turn 6 and 7. Fast. Flat up. 7, 8, 9. Coming into 10. Then to the banked corner of 11. Very far through there. Flowing straight out and on the power. Look at that. Look at that for camera angle. 12. Flat. 13. Flat. 14. Flat. Drop a gear for 15. And it's flat all the way down here. 60. 20. 21. 22. And then 23. And then it's 24. Another DRS zone. 25. 26. And it comes to the last corner. 27. He is fastest in the second sector, not the first. He comes to the line. He's on pole. He's done it. It's a 128.0, but Verstappen's gone faster in the first sector. Let's see how this lap unfolds for Verstappen. He's coming for turns 9 and 10, please. 13. He's 2 tenths quicker again in the second sector.
Shit.
He's going to get it the way he's going.
Oh.
Unless he makes a major mistake. So turning to the last corner. It's going to be the top 2 on the podium. It's 127.6 for Verstappen. I did say the Red Bull have been better at getting those tyres in the window. And that's what happens when you do. Bottas can't do any faster lap time. If I was him, I'd bugger out of that, get a new set and go again. All right. So for Verstappen, then it's Hamilton, then it's Perez, then it's Bottas. And then Bottas goes second. Bottas, that's not helpful, man. Right, what's Hamilton doing? I think Hamilton's boxed. Hamilton's bot, so he's going to stick a new set and go straight back out again. Come on, Lewis.
Please. Steve, you're a
Look at
good
that.
commentator.
Come on, man. Yeah, but I'm also biased.
Shut the...
Come on, man.
Sorry about the noise in the background.
That's all right.
I hate having a sister. Anyway.
Snap. You love them, but you hate them at the same time.
Especially when they're an older sibling.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that luxury. She likes to think she's the fucking older.
Do you have
Right.
a sibling?
Yeah, I've got a sister. For 4 years younger. About 3.5
Yeah.
years younger. Pain in the arse. So Hamilton back out on an outlet, so he should get a couple of runs at this.
Oh yeah, my dad
idea.
said that. My dad said that Lewis Hamilton is going to need the FBI protecting him from the Saudi Arabia.
Oh, no, he's all right. He'll be all right. Oh, life. I think the Saudi, to be honest, I think the Saudi Arabians have become a bit more. I mean, I don't know, but I think the Saudi Arabians have become a bit more tolerant. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a race in F1 because you've got to think that like there's got to be women F1 engineers and mechanics in there. So,
Oh, did you hear what Vettel did?
yeah, very good on him, man. Good on him.
Yeah. Also, Steve, how
Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. He's on a flying lap now, flying through the first sector. Come on, Lewis. You want a man. You want a man. Fuck this lot. Oh, 500s off. First sector, 500s off. Personal best. Come on, Lewis. Going through the second sector now.
I ain't gonna say.
Into the DRS zone. The second one of and into the fast, coming up to the fast corners of 21, 22. He's fastest in the second sector. Fastest in the second sector. Coming down towards the end of the lap now. Coming up to the final corner of the lap. 27. Get in. Get it in there. Go on. Go on. Yes!
Yes!
Come on!
Come on!
Come on! Come on!
Hannah Lewis has gone on pole. Lewis, you don't know who Hamilton is.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We've got to wait for Max.
Oh.
We've got to wait for Max. Max is starting his lap now. Can Max go any faster than Lewis?
Hopefully
This
not.
is an epic battle for qualifying. Come on. Come on, fuck this up. Turn one, fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Oh, very twitchy out of turn one. Or turn two, sorry. Turn three. Turn four. Turn five. Bit wide then 6, 7, 8. He's a 10th up for fuck's sake. Fuck it up! Come on, fuck this up, please. Please fuck it up. I'm begging you. Come on. Two tenths. It's 2 tenths. Fucking hell. No! Verstappen, Bottas goes second fastest. Oh, he's in the wall! He's in the wall! He's in the wall on the last
You
corner!
joking?
He's in the wall! Yes! He's third! Yes! He's fine, but he's caught the wall. He's
Steven.
broken the suspension.
Steven, that is why you should always pray, my friend.
He went too deep into the last corner, got on the power too early, and it spun the car into the wall.
Still I
He
rise.
had it in the bag. He had it in the bag, and he threw it away. He threw it away, trying to be too deep. There's a Lord. Comes into the last corner, too deep, too much speed, and then gets on the dirty side and gets on the power too late, and Owen steers the car straight into the wall because he's on the dirtiest side of the line. It's it's locked up already. It's way too wide, and it tries to get on the power, trying to make up for it, and it stuck him in the wall. I think he lost 2 tenths. I think even if he didn't hit the wall, he had lost 2 tenths. He tries to get on the power to try and keep it going. And because he's on the dirtiest side of the line, it screwed the rear suspension. And
So is it a 1-2 for Mercedes?
It's a 1-2 for Mercedes. Verstappen is third. Jos Verstappen is pissed. Horner is pissed. Everyone at Red Bull's pissed. And
Did you hear what Jos Verstappen said, saying that Lewis and Mercedes are cheating?
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah.
Mate, the only thing that you're known for is that pit lane thing.
Yeah, Jos, just because you couldn't win a championship, mate. Like, just because you couldn't win a championship. Like, because you had to play second fiddle to Schumacher. That's all you were. You were a second driver. Like, that's all you were. Like, was it? You're a bit jealous because your son's actually more relevant than you in F1. That's the only reason. So Lewis Hamilton is on pole position for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And Bottas is second with Max Verstappen in third. Probably. And he's also on the dirty line as well as...
Steve looks like a proud father.
We got a Monday. A Monday's coming in. How are you, my friend?
Wow. I want to see your reaction to that, bruv. What is going on?
Come on!
Max was pushing. He was pushing. And
He had it in the bag. He didn't need to go all in at the last corner. It wasn't 2 tenths down. He was 2 tenths up.
So what did he do at the last corner to make him hit the wall?
What? I can't.
He had a spaz. He hit. He was really pushing. It was like a 10th up going into the first, out of the first sector, second sector. He pushed really hard.
2 tenths up. Yeah, he nearly lost it at turn 2.
Yep.
But got away with it, and that's sometimes what you have to do in these street circuits: get right to the wall. And then last corner, he's already locking up into this corner, so he's already gone too wide. Gets on the dirtier line, and because he's on the dirty line, he tries to make up for it, getting on the power early, and he's gotten the power too early, which means he's overstepped it because he's on the dirtier line. He can't put the power down, and it spun the car into the wall.
Wow. Amazing. Do you think I missed the second? I've only just got in. I've just missed the second qualifying. What tires did they use the second qualifying?
Medium. They've been finding that the problem is that Red Bull and I said the reason Red Bull was so dangerous there is because Red Bull have been better at switching these soft tyres. They've had real problems this season with this race, getting these soft tyres to operate and work. And
Yeah.
that the two Mercedes and Red Bull, Mercedes have been the better.
Yeah.
And that's why they were that close to getting pole position. And otherwise, I think that Mercedes would have had a lot easier time with it. But you see,
Horner about to go to the stewards.
Yeah, probably Horner's going to the stewards now to moan about
Mercedes
something.
planted something on the dirty side.
Yeah. Hamilton laid some oil on the way out that last corner. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what Horner's going to say.
Very good, very funny, Stephen.
I love that Jos Verstappen's going on about it. It said like Jos Verstappen, is qualifying finished, or are you? No, it's finished, mate. It's finished. Hamilton is on pole, but Bottas is second, and Verstappen is third, right, with a damaged suspension.
Is Perez fourth or?
Perez is fourth. I'll give you the timing screens now. So,
That's good for Mercedes, a 1-2.
How are you feeling, Stephen, going into that last lap with Max?
Oh my
that
God,
was epic.
I was like, no, don't do it.
I've got to go back and watch this and see your reaction.
I was sitting there like that. I was sitting there like this. Please fuck it up. He was did it last corner.
He was screaming, and I'm just there like, you know what? I'm not gonna say out in case I piss him off.
What happened when you saw him hit the wall? What was your instant reaction?
Oh, my reaction, like I jumped up because I knew when he hit the wall. One, it's not something that's going to hurt him because it's like knock, right? If it was a serious crash, then I would have not celebrated, right? But when I did see him, he's nudged the wall and broke the suspension, right? From already going in too deep, I was jumping up and down.
What does that mean for the race tomorrow with his car? Does he?
No, he all right. They'll be able to fix that. They're allowed to fix that, so that'll be fine.
My mate texted me and he said, "The bastards hit the wall. The bastards hit the wall."
Oh God, this is absolutely tense. Really nervous, tension. It's a fantastic sport. Really good competition.
I thought F1 was a sport that wouldn't get my heart pressure up. I was wrong.
If I've said that wrong, please do let me know. But big up. You can also check us out on YouTube as well. Go subscribe there because it helps the channel and the charity as well. But big up for watching on YouTube. Yeah, mate. And yeah, we're back like later on to watch it all unfold. On the in terms of the cleaner side of the grid. Bottas seems to be on the cleaner side, so it might be so both Hamilton and Verstappen on the dirty side, so that might play to advantage. But then Bottas, I think the first thing Bottas needs to do is don't be a pussy. Actually, right when Verstappen comes run you outside, actually shove him off.
Yeah, right? He didn't do that last time, did he? Yeah, when he let him come around the outside.
Just have the balls. Just have the balls to like go around him, you know what I mean? Just like have the balls. If he's gonna shove you off like he did in Brazil, do the same. The same. Like because we all know now that's the rules of engagement, so have the balls to do so. Right? I think the problem is Valtteri Bottas is too nice at times, and Max knows that and just can use that to his advantage. So thanks, mate. Thanks, Max. Well done. Brilliant performance. Brilliant performance, Max. Brilliant performance. Like, if you could do that in a race as well, that'd be brilliant. Brilliant performance. Like, top marks.
Do you think? Tell me about the track, Stephen. Is there a lot? Is this known for overtaking track, or is it going to have to be on the pits?
I don't know quite. Down into turn one, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know too much because this is obviously a new circuit. There are 3 DRS zones, and it is a very, very fast-paced circuit. So
Do you reckon there'll be a lot of safety cars tomorrow then?
Well, the bottom of it's hot.
So,
Do you think there'll be a lot of safety cars tomorrow?
it could be if there's massive accidents. If there's massive accidents.
Can't believe my mate's tech. The bastard hit the wall.
Wow.
And do you know what the
I
funny
just-
thing is as well?
I rushed home just to try and catch this, but yeah, like I just
mate.
caught it right at the end.
Steve,
I can't believe it.
Steve,
I
you
think
big up Lucian as well. No eyes, man.
hi,
like I said,
Lucian.
make sure you check us out tomorrow at 5. We'll be live at 5 to bring you coverage of it. I'll watch along for it. If you check us out on YouTube again, hit the subscribe button on YouTube as well as hit the follow button on Facebook. It really does mean a lot to us. And plus, also watch it on YouTube. Help raise money for the charity.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what the
big
funny
up.
thing is? My mate who don't like Verstappen and said the bastard hit the wall, he's Dutch.
Oh wow.
It just shows probably what happens when you have a bad attitude, which is what he's done all season.
He's Dutch as well.
Yeah, but like some people don't appreciate when you try and shove people off the road or try and take their head off, and then just act like, oh well, like it's his fault. You know what I mean? So,
did you think the time was because I think wasn't that the fastest time we've seen on the? It was quicker than the qualifying for 2, 1. Because they were getting 120.
Qualifying 2 was quicker, I think.
All right.
Than qualifying.
But that's like 1:27.5, wasn't it, or something around that?
No,
Hamilton.
in the end, qualifying 3 was the fastest, but in quali 1, it was actually quali 2 out of quali 1 was faster because they're managing to get the medium to operate a lot quicker.
Right.
It's just been and that's the difference. That's what happens when you can't get the tires in window. If you can't get the tires in window, you lose seconds of lap time.
Okay.
Right. It just doesn't work. It doesn't turn in. You can't get the power down. Driving with the tires out of the window sometimes is like driving on ice.
Right.
Right. It just doesn't work. So, that's why you can tell a difference between the driver. That's why when you see drivers struggle when they're coming out the pits, right? A lot of the times, people will want to. If a driver comes out in the pits in front of you, you've got to try and attack them out on that lap while they're heating the tires up because they're going to be slower. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Max's goal. What do you think of that then?
he's probably gone quiet again. Yeah, he's probably. By the way, we've also got to say before we wrap up as well, Frank Williams.
Rest in peace.
Legend of the sport. I've got also the documentary film on the Williams team and how he managed to. Because first of all, when his first team in F1 wasn't the team he had now, it was a team that in the end was running out of money and then was actually bought out by Wolf, Team Wolf. So it became Team Wolf in 1976. And then he came back in, I think, 1979, 78. Still again, with hardly any money, still trying to put another team out there. And came back with another team and made it happen. And again, some of the technology that's been developed, the active suspension, the traction control, all those sort of systems have been created by the Williams team in '92 with Mansell. So,
all right.
As well as 9 championships, 9 drivers championships and 8 constructors. I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that, but again, it's an absolute legend of the sport. Obviously, the fact that he managed to come back from his accident as well, which if you watch the documentary film as well, is that it was a lot of his family were telling him you can't. He was he was so in love with racing and he's so passionate about racing that he'd try and get home as quick as possible and see if he could beat his time beforehand.
Oh God.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason he didn't succeed as a driver is because he never used the brake pedal. So
Oh, my God.
he was driving the car on that accident. So like, he had himself to blame on that one because a lot of his family were telling him, "You keep driving like that, you're gonna kill yourself."
Yeah.
So, but like again, he managed to come back and like still the team carried on and won what 1, 2, 3, 4 championships more than after that. So
Wow.
iconic cars as well, like the W14B, I believe it was some iconic cars that were created by Williams. So, yeah, it's a real shame, but at least because obviously the team was like the Claire Williams and the family, they stepped back from the team last season after the Monza Grand Prix. It was sort of their last involvement with the team, which obviously hurt them a little bit, but at least the team is still going to carry on in it with their name and everything. So with the new company that's now owning them, and the new team principal. So that's the main thing.
Wow, it couldn't have gone any better, really. And I just want Bottas to really stand up and represent for the team and get Mercedes in that championship, constructor championship, and really help out his teammate here.
I think he will. Mercedes are going to win the constructors. Hang on, pushing in order. Oh no, there's no excuses yet. It's all right. I saw Hamilton pour some salt on the track. He'll probably go back now to FP3 and
put some oil on the track.
He'll probably go back to that 1 second yellow flag of FP3 where you couldn't tell what the colour was, and yet alone react with a 1 second flag that came out for 1 second. Like he'll probably go back to that and say Hamilton deserves a penalty for that. Right? You know what I mean? Like you just can't accept defeat. Like,
told you.
In the end, your boy bottled it. He bottled it. The pressure. I told you the pressure was going to get to him, and it did.
Yeah.
It did. That was the pressure point because he knew that got him pole, and if it won the race, it would have been 15 points clear.
Yeah.
Right? He knew that, and it bottled it. He bottled it, and I fucking love it.
Well, what time's race time tomorrow then?
5:30.
Good. I will be there.
5:30. Yeah, man. We're all gonna be there. We're all gonna be there. So yeah, make sure you tune in later. I'll go off. I'm gonna finish my dinner and all that. But
nice to meet you. Talk. Oh yeah, you are. So you're Talk MUFC.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you. I've seen you before. I keep thinking you're Talk MU. I keep when I see you come on streams.
We are not the same person.
You're up north though, aren't you?
Wait.
You live up north.
My geography is terrible. Damn.
Do you live in Manchester?
No.
Where do you live?
Huddersfield.
Yes, it's up north. That's Yorkshire.
Yeah, that's Yorkshire. That's up north.
Yeah, that's still up north for us. We're down in London.
Get Clugs in his fucking trouble, it pit.
Big up Talk MUFC, man. Nice to meet you finally. Man. Nice bit of face to a name.
Big up to everyone that's in the chat. Lucy, Mutisi, George. Big up everyone. We're gonna be back then.
And Lucian as well.
Yeah, as well. Big up Bargav, Timmy Golden, right, and all the rest of you. And Blue Podcast always leaving a message before streaming.
Oh, let me say to Blue Podcast. Do you know, brilliant man. I've seen you've been helping supporting our channel and doing some nice comments and everything else. So big up Blue
always
Podcast.
Leaves a comment. Always leaves a comment before.
He's top. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Enough respect, man. So who is Blue Podcast then?
He's I can't remember his name off the top.
Oh yeah, but the name. But he supports. Does he support Man United?
One supports. What? No, there's two of. It's the two of them. It's one supports Chelsea. One supports Man City. That's what.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, top guys, man. Thank you so much for the support. Big up, you guys.
Yeah,
all right, I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow, Stephen. Best me.
Give me a WhatsApp. We're out, guys.
See you talk, MU.
I've got a preview to do, so.
Yeah. Obviously, if you got a preview to do, everyone, if you're watching, go over there and check it out. But until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.